Hey everyone, it's Q here. Welcome to the channel if you found it. We have the Hierophant, well, read this way. The Ten of Pentacles is being suggested by the Divine, the Hierophant, to assess the truth of, is that what you actually want and desire? What is your Ten of Pentacles? Which is manifested dreams, like in the 3D real. To further continue, why I read that was 10 Wands of Burden, and becoming balanced after a transformation. So the burden to which makes you relook at the Ten of Pentacles is what's bringing you into harmony and balance. And it is putting an end to a death and transforming this in and out player knight energy here, this Knight of Wands. Furthermore, the Ace of Pentacles, the baseline of the December energy, is showing the illusions by using one's intuition and seeing which one needs to walk away from and walk towards. Breathing life into the wishes, communication coming in, but it's in reflecting of what is this 10 Pentacles. You want somebody that has honor and has a word worth respecting, and that's someone that actually dances effortlessly in the world using love. Someone who completes your wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups there. So I put a glass over it because I tossed that a while ago. Apologize for delays in readings. I have a backlog of videos actually. I'm just having internet issues and I have to go get on Wi-Fi, so even all yesterday's didn't even finish loading, and they were all taking like 3 and 4 hours even on Wi-Fi. I was just like, I don't understand, but okay. So I apologize for that. Their income. Do check out the 12/12 portal reading. It is peaking on the 14th, which is today. So definitely check out that energy. It was a good read, and yeah, thank you. Happiness. I found them blind, William. I taught them how to see. The Knight of Cups. I taught them how to see. What do they see? Happiness. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. Eternity sunrise. The passage of day and night. That division of light and dark, blind and not blind, destroyed in eternity. But it takes boldness. The times require that everyone should speak out boldly in arts as well in arms or in the Senate. Speak your truth and fear not of it. The divine, the universe, you, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all genuflect at that level of boldness. We need, I have this thought, and this is what started this whole train of spiritual growth, is like, what if it was up to us? We keep waiting and we keep waiting for something. It's like, what if it was you? What if? So I was bold. And I dived into my nature and embraced my divine feminine as the woman of poetry there, to go forth in the great harvest of vintage and of nations, to nourish. I love this William Blake deck. I've even transformed melancholy. Thank you, I needed to make that note. Boom, boom, boom. Melancholy. I just couldn't remember the other day. Who was that energy? Because it can't be described as that anymore. It was a whirlwind of an experience that again opened up my not only divine feminine with the nature card here, but also my divine masculine. The man of paintings. Wow, that's poetic. After nature, the woman of poetry comes out, the Queen of Pentacles, and after Divine Masculine, we have the Man of Paintings, the King of Cups. Calculating when is the right time, because happiness is a state within oneself, and that's the seeing that is taught here in the Child of Poetry. To transcend religion, but see the beauty and the nuggets within it. So I like how this Pope here is just like devil looking. But this is the Hierophant. But it's suggesting that religion and spirituality are two different things. Religion has gotten too much man's distortions into it, and it's not being painted in the reality that it actually is. With the Woman of Paintings, the Queen of Cups. So we got the divine couple sitting here in a whirlwind of energy. Great, look at this. Man, it's like the three aspects of each of us. What's known as the Holy Trinity. Like I said, religion has its nuggets of usefulness and beauty and trying to talk about the ineffable. But honestly, it did fairly, and just pragmatically, it did what it needed to do to survive, and I respect that. Honestly, at the time period those words were being spoken and like worshipped by, they needed fear. That was a different world. As we have the union here, which is represented by the world here. It's a combination of everything that we've learned, encircling us and coming home. Destiny. We've had patience, stars, and then the Seven of Paintings here. Seven of Cups here, which is patience energy. I do see the girl going, at all the bodies she sits on. Maybe she's falling over now too, and her long patience to go home is finally here. Don't be in discontent. Why are you in patience? Have that happiness, because again, that's an inner state, your inner world, a union of divine and masculine and divine feminine. That divine couple here. Melancholy will tell you all about it. I don't think she can. I think that word's going to get transformed. It's going to have definition 3. Get some organization to this. I've just kind of been going on this whirlwind here. Haha. There we go. That seems about right. Discontent with the passage of time. All you gotta do is have patience, which that's the essence of patience. We have destiny here, and the division in the world that's being addressed. There's too much polarity between the Hierophant and the High Priestess. See the middle ground, which is the Angel of Science. That's where the power lies. Stand by this reading. I command truth. All right. This reading is above 200 on a scale held in mind. Cool. I like that. I'm gonna start checking. Cause, well, I should. I am not innocent, and I have to wield my power with great responsibility. Because in this state, I'd say it's a fine razor's edge. It's the backbone of what forgiveness is. Oh, I don't know. This video probably uploaded, so if this one uploads before it, then remember this. The violet. The violet leaves a scent on the hill that crushed it, and that is forgiveness. But this is what people paint angels to be. They ain't that. They look more like that, honestly. And that's the secret that they like hold, the hiddenness. That's again that division energy of light and dark, as you see a family and then you see those old survivors there. You got animals and humans. I'm suggesting as well, because this was suggested a long time ago, but I've seen it unfold over the years, is that we have a new expression, spiritus. And it's breaking the doors of perception there with the imagination. The energy wielded within spirit is literally molding our world. Time is the mercy of eternity. Without time's swiftness, which is the swiftness of all things, all were eternal torments. Downside of having that perceived duality of the division. That's the core of this reading here, which is the block to happiness. As we look at justice, suggesting that things are out of balance there with the assessment. But if we didn't have time, everything would just be eternally what it is, unchanging forever. Could you imagine not having choice to choose something different, and that's literally all you could ever do is the same thing that you always ever were? Not even presented a chance. And thus, humanity came into existence, transforming that horrible sense of eternity, which can be overcome by the infinite, if you unbox it. And reversal of the error that made us fall from grace. But falling from grace is what gave us choice, and that's what unboxes the divine. It's all divine comedy, honestly. It's the behind closed doors conversation that I talk about often, where the doors were closed and the universe and the awareness, the consciousness, the us has the discussion of knowing that we have to go through all of these torments in order to be infinite. Eternal isn't infinite, it's eternal. Individuality. Every man's wisdom is particular to his own individuality, which is a culmination of what we call karma. It's your little hard drive in your soul that just assesses, and by the statement, every hair on your head shall be counted. And that's true. You will answer to all of that because, well, you always do. There isn't some dude sitting in a chair, It's consciousness, you itself. So, take a moment and reflect on that. And when ready, go express yourself beautifully, creatively, and see that this was to be and it has always been. So keep unboxing yourself and be infinite and have that experience. I'll end with a chariot there. What's on the top of the deck, since we read from the bottom? Contraries. The two of music. Love and hate, that division energy. Interesting. And we'll do one more because I like symmetry. My favorite card of the whole deck. man of poetry. This is the King of Pentacles and the man who is moved to justify the ways of God, the universe, flying spaghetti noodle monster. Two men, man, human, people, consciousness. Talk about the closed door conversation and see how perfect, yes, perfect, everything is. But that takes some supreme not personalizing in order to see the perfection of that, to see the closed door conversation, to understand that someone had to do that role and see why, ultimately in the end, why it had to be done. Truth. 1555. So 10 of paintings, 10 of cups right there to flank our experience of the Chariot. And I'm going to go ahead and just scroll down to it because I see Judgment there, which is assessing the assessment. It is a delight. So it's piping down the valleys wild, piping songs of pleasant glee, even when we're not. Because, well, look at the beauty in that. You can also not be happy as well. Imagine if you couldn't choose. Behold, infinite, to overcome the eternal. I'm inspired to throw some counter. Bottom of the deck is December energy. I love that because that's the Ace of Pentacles, and it's fueled by strength, the courage to accept the closed door conversation and seize your happiness. The destiny of individuals, consciousness, awareness, and those that rise out of the unmanifest. Oof. Shit, that's like a 982. Well, Queen of Wands, bold, it's beautiful. Didn't we say something about that? She is passionately beautiful, but rarely honest to those around her. If she can be both, transcend the dualism of that, and just actually, that's wish fulfillment. 9 cups, and changes the whole world. Brings in that King of Cups, where they hold back giving that love because, well, they don't know if they should or not. Big L. Boom, boom, connection. One who has tasted it, much like other things, can never go back. Once you're aware, you can't unaware yourself. Something the Hermit knows. And with that knowledge, we move from 9 cups to 10 cups. Don't make flimsy excuses and keep that division alive. It is beautiful and needed to see that, to unbox the divine. But don't use it as an excuse because, again, once you're aware, you can't be unaware. 9 of Wands, that wall, that gives you that resolve, though. The illumination of what I'm willing to stand for and share. Wow, I never get share off of 2 of Pentacles. Weird. But 5 of Swords. Self-defeat. A battle won, but the war lost. Not seeing the big picture. It'll come back and remind you with the 6 of Cups there. All right, give me some entity energy. I want to read the Aureus. First of Solomon's demons encountered. Great and mighty, terrible, but just doing what he was supposed to. The behind closed doors conversation with Bune. the embrace of the afterness of holding on to, the eternity of suffering. And to Astri, so beautiful, so mighty, but just her very presence is deadly. Unless you can hold your breath. Or, I just recommend, realize you're not breathing. We'll end it with the Ace of Wands there, because, well, that's bold passion to accept transcending eternity by accepting that one is infinite and realizing that we all agreed to this behind closed doors, and thankfully we didn't remember. So take this energy as you like. So 12-14 is the peak. Make your resolutions now. Don't wait until the 1st. I was recommended that this is the energy in which you should be making resolutions, because you're getting a burst to help you bring into fruition what you thought about, dreamt of, felt on the 11/11 portal. So if you find yourself in a dark space, Q's got you. Oh, look at that. 2 of Cups. Reflection.